This is part of my Ultimate Shopify tutorial series playlist linked below, or you can watch the complete 7-hour tutorial linked at the end of the video and in the description. And if you haven't already signed up for Shopify, just know that I've got a link in the description to the best current deal available for Shopify. If you've already signed up, that's perfectly fine, but if you haven't, just know that the link is down in the description below. All right, let's get into the video. So in today's video, we're going to be going through SEO for Shopify. And in this video, we're going to be walking through everything that you need to know for your foundational things for SEO. Now, of course, there is so many different things I could go into for SEO for Shopify, but what you're going to be learning in this video is your foundational stuff that is, the most important things that you need to get first before you go into all the crazy, all the extra hacks and little things that you could do for SEO. This is the foundational things, some of the most important things you need to do for Shopify, and you're going to be walking through exactly step by step how to achieve them for your store. All right, so in this video, we're going to be going through an introduction to SEO, so basics of why it's important. Then we're going to go into doing SEO for your homepage, collections pages SEO, products pages SEO, and then your pages SEO. All right, guys. This is a deep dive into the foundational SEO for your Shopify store, and let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the final part of the tutorial. So SEO. So you might have heard of that before, which means search engine optimization. This is something that's massively overlooked by a lot of people when they're building out a website or they're building out a Shopify store, and something that is definitely not in most tutorials. When I've looked through them, they overlook this step. Over the years, I've done a lot of SEO work for businesses and everything, and it's something that you definitely do not want to overlook, and you want to get right. And the best time to do it is right from the beginning, when you're starting your website and you're putting it out there. Because if you don't do it yourself, Google will guess and it will interpret your website in its own way and develop your SEO from that, and it's usually not very good, and you're not going to rank as well. And sometimes I've seen over the years that it can take just simple little tweaks to your SEO can make really, really big benefits for you actually showing up from the first page on Google and being found, as opposed to way down the line or not being found at all. Now, I'm not claiming that just doing this is magically going to make that happen for you, but doing it is going to put you 100 times ahead of anyone else that's not doing this right at the start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and do SEO for your the most important part, which is going to be your homepage. That's a big one that's overlooked a lot. But then we're also going to show you how you can do it for your products, and then also show you how you can do it for all of your pages as well. So the first thing you want to do is, because you want to do all those, you don't just want to do one, like just your homepage or just your pages. You want to do all of them. So it's easier when you're first starting out, because you're not going to have heaps of products. You're probably not going to. So we can easily go through. I'll show you how to do that for your products, and we're going to be able to speed this process up. This used to take me a long time figuring this out properly, of researching the client and understanding their business deeply, and then knowing what SEO keywords would work. But now you can just, if you know how to use ChatGPT well, it's very easy to do it, and I'm going to show you guys how you can do that easily for yourself on here. And just remembering that down below, I've got the doc link below of the bonuses that's actually going to have this explained a little bit out more in detail, with some of the prompts you can use for ChatGPT, and just explain things more about SEO in even more detail and everything. So I recommend you get that down below, because that's free. Okay, so if we go to the first thing we want to do is our actual homepage SEO. So we're going to go to online store, and then we're going to go to preferences here. We're going to click this on preferences, and then what this is going to do is going to take you to your actual back end of your website. So you have your home page here of how you're displaying. So look, at the moment, that's how your homepage title is displaying. So we don't want that. That's showing me there. If you didn't change this is how you would be showing up right now on Shopify, on Google, which is not ideal. Now, we uploaded our own logo. If you've been following through, that your logo will be there, which is awesome. But we want to do our homepage title and our meta description. So the homepage title is a title that comes up here, like in the black you would have seen in Google search. When you look up a website, that's what comes up there. And then the meta description is a bit down here. Now, we want to have SEO keywords in both the title and the description. But the thing that we want to do also is you don't want to just put SEO words in there for the sake of it. So you want to do it in a way that sounds human, because the actual algorithm now is looking for human-based content, and like, even though we're going to do it with your AI, but I mean, as in, like, you're not just using, like, years and years ago, you could have just put in a heap of SEO keywords and it didn't really make that much sense. But now you want to do both, it's called SEO copywriting. So it's essentially, you got words that are applicable to your business, but also integrated with SEO keywords. And the benefit is that we can just use ChatGPT to do that for us. So firstly, we're just going to go and do the home page here. So the title. So I'm just going to go through to ChatGPT and get its help. Okay, so we're going to go into ChatGPT and we're just going to simply write, can you help me write the SEO title and meta description for Optimal Supplement Store? Obviously, knowing that you're going to put in whatever your brand name is there. So I'm going to say, can you help me write the SEO title and meta description for my Optimal Supplement Store? And put that in there, and we're going to go through. Obviously, I already had some of it here, but I wanted to step you guys through it. Okay, so here's what we've come up with here. So we've got our SEO title, Optimal Supplements, Clean, Effective Supplements for Mind and Body, and then Focus, Energy, Gut Health, and Longevity. So it realised that they were some of the things we were going for. And then backed by science, crafted with care, clean ingredients for results. Yeah, okay, so you've got your meta description there and then your title. Now, it's given us a few different options. I'm just going to look through these as well. So you've got other title options. You've got Optimal Supplements, Gut Health, Energy, Quality, Feel Sharp, Liver, Premium Supplements for energy. So I'm probably going to go with this description here. So that's the thing. It's going to give you a few variations. Now, because this is meant to be a mock supplement store, we want to be ranking for the word supplements, because that's a big part of what we're ranking for. And then these things here, like energy, gut health, long-term vitality. Don't know about long-term vitality. That's not really something people would search for. So I'd probably, if I was really going deep with this, I'd probably even go a bit further than that. I'd call that like longevity. Probably will change that to longevity because people search for that more. But as you can see, it's still very good, and for you guys just starting out with SEO, it's going to put you way ahead what you would be able to do on your own and speed it up. I always say, ChatGPT, it does I can do like 3/4 of the work for you, and then you just finish it off at the end. But you guys just getting started, you're going to be, even if you don't know a lot about SEO, this is going to give you the core foundations for doing it really well. And then, you can go from there and decide if you want to change a few of the words around here and there, or just go with what it gives you. But no, remember, it's going to give you a few variations and you can just choose from there. So from me, I'd probably going to go with, I'm probably going to go with this one here, and I'm going to copy that one and hit copy, and then I'm going to put it in there. So Optimal Supplements, Gut Health, Energy and Longevity Essentials, and then I'm going to go here, this one here, and put this one in here and change that to longevity. cool. Feel sharper. Premium supplements for health, gut health, and longevity. Optimal supplements, gut health, energy, and longevity essentials. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So there, as you can see, that's how you look now. It'll come up looking like that instead of before it was coming up with this in the actual title. So yeah, massive portion that's overlooked a lot. So we're going to do these two, and then just hit save, and then that will be good. We would have done a home page SEO. As easy as that. Awesome. Okay, so now we want to go through and do our collections pages as well as our different pages. So we're going to start with collections because, from my opinion, they're more important. Like contact and the FAQ, though, that's going to be kind of important SEO wise, but it in of itself will help with SEO because we designed it that way. But your actual collections pages, it's like they're very important to get done well as well, because it'll be similar to this. If you just leave them, they'll be very basic. So what we want to do is go to products, and then we're going to go to our collections that we made, and then we're going to go through and change them. Now I won't go through every single one because you'll get the gist of how to do it, but I'm just going to show you through a couple of them how to do it. So we're going to start with shop all. So if you go to shop all here, and then when you go here, so you're going to see, remember we set all this up and we put some of our products in there, and we got shop all up here, got all that. We don't need to mess around with any of this. This is all set up, ready to go. But you're going to see here, you're going to see at the bottom, which is says search engine listening. So at the moment, this is literally all it looks like. It's just going to say my store and then shop all. It's just going to say shop all, which is just unbelievably basic. So we want to do this right. So firstly, we want to get the title right, and then we want to get the meta description. Okay, so you understand those now. This is the title at the top that comes up there, and then this is the description down there. So that's the blue part that you see in Google, and this is the small description. You want to have that done. And now something that people overlook a heap is actually your URL handle. So you can actually use this to improve your SEO as well. Shop all is going to be fine for this one because it is a shop all one. It's just that's all the collection is. But this one here, is an overlooked thing that we can optimize as well. So all we're going to do now is going to go back to ChatGPT, and we're going to say to it, okay, now I'm going to go through and do the SEO title and meta description for each of my collections pages. Starting with, what are we starting with? The shop all page. Okay, now I'm going to go through and do the SEO title and description for each of my collection pages, starting with the shop all page. Awesome, and then just click that. Alrighty, cool. So these we got here. So we've got this is done pretty well with this one. So we've got shop all SEO title, so it's shop all supplements, optimal health starts here. Yeah. I'm probably going to do that a little bit different. I'm probably just going to do shop all supplements and then optimal supplements beside it. I don't know where we need this. Optimal supplements starts here from an SEO perspective. Yeah, cool. So you're going to get this here. So you just can go through and you can copy and paste that. From my perspective, I would probably have, so that's really, really good still. It's like shop all supplements, optimal health starts here. I'd actually just change that to your brand name, to be honest. Shop all supplements, optimal supplements. Just have that there. It's your brand name, whatever you want to have. And then you would have this one here. So explore full range of clean, effective supplements. Cool. So it's got the word supplements in there. It's got energy, focus, gut health, longevity. Awesome. We've got all those backed by science, built for real results. Cool. So it's done the SEO copywriting as well. So it's done that. So we're just going to put that in there. And then, awesome. So that's our shop all page done now. So that's how it'll look in Google. So that is a page done there. So the shop all. Really important one there, and we've got ensured that we've got SEO keywords scattered throughout here as well as the home page up here. Okay, so let's just go here and hit save, and then we're going to go back to collections. We're just going to do one more. I'm just going to show you how we can quickly go through them. So let's just pretend we're going to do energy, and you guys are going to go through and do all the rest of yours on your own, but I'm not going to show you all of them. Let's just say we want to do energy. So this one, it's looking like this. All we did, remember, we went back to collections, and then we clicked the one we wanted, and then we scroll down to the bottom, and then we're going to go back to here, and once you've started a bit of a string, it remembers what you've said before it. So all you need to literally say is, you don't have to type out a heap again, you just say now for the energy collection, like that. So now for the energy collection, and just hit that. Cool, so what do we got here? Energy supplements for daily vitality, optimal supplements. So it's starting to get what I want. It's putting this here. Sometimes I honestly feel like ChatGPT is just always listening as well or something, because sometimes I find that I haven't even told it that wasn't happy with it not adding this part here, and then it just magically does it the next one. But anyway, maybe I think it's just very effective at what it does, and then the more you work with it, the better it gets too. If it's understanding of your brand too and what you want and everything. So that's what's really good about it. But that's actually, I'm really happy with that one. So it's energy supplements for daily vitality. So we're gonna go there. We're just gonna put that one in there, and then we're gonna go to here. Fuel your day with clean supplements on cups. Yeah, it's awesome. That's good. We'll put that in there. Oh no, we've done the wrong one. So we can leave that one there. Sorry. Meaning we're going to do it down here and down in here. So we got a title. We'll change that to there. Getting this one here. Putting that title in our page title, and then we're going back here and we're collecting. We're going to get the meta description and take that one and put it in there. Okay. Cool. So this is something you could do here. So I'm going to give you an example of a way we could do something you could do for your URL handle here, just to improve it that tiniest bit. Because supplements is an SEO keyword clearly for this mock brand, you'd obviously want to be ranking for energy. So you'd actually put in here for URL handle, you'd actually put in, change it to energy supplements like that. And that would actually, so it's going to create a URL redirect for energy supplements. So you would put that there like that, and because it's energy and then it's supplements, you put that on the end, it's going to rank, it's going to have that in the SEO keyword in your URL, and you're going to be able to rank for that. But just bear in mind, if you do change this URL handle, you're going to have to go back and change your collections links on your home page, because it's going to change the actual URL handle here, if you know what I mean. We had energy before, it had just energy, and we linked all those earlier on. Now it's going to have energy supplements, if that's what you do, and you add a little extra keyword on there, and you'd have to go through and change them, which is not a big issue because it's going to help you in the end anyway. But I'm just letting you know, if you do that, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so that is how you would go through and do each of the pages. So once we've done that, we're just going to hit save. And then you just go through and do each of the collections. So you just go down one by one. You go your longevity, obviously, which is what your collection is, and you just say the collection name, and just say now that collection, and just go through, and you can copy and paste each and every one for all your collections. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of every page there. Trust you guys can do all of that yourself. But what we'll show you how now to do the products. So I'm just going to show you how to do one of those, and then you go through and you can do the rest on your own. So let's start with the magnesium here. So, and we're going to see this here. this search listing here. So we're going to scroll all the way down, we've gone into our products, and you've clicked the product that you want, and then you're just going to scroll down to the very, very, very bottom of it, and then this is how you're going to be showing up in search at the moment. So obviously want to optimize that. So we're just going to go back here, and then you're just going to say, now I am going to do the product pages. Awesome. So we've come back here and we've got our product page for the magnesium one. So magnesium supplements, sleep, stress and muscle recovery, optimal supplements. That's awesome. Really happy with that one. What we're doing again, magnesium. So they're all really good keywords there for that. It's done excellent job there. Okay, and then so we're just going to do that because it knows we've been talking about SEO. So you honestly don't even need to say, now can you do the SEO with our you say, so now I'm moving, now I'm going to do the product pages starting with magnesium. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. And they're just going to put that in there. So it's taken the meta description that it took from up here that we put in there. By default, that's what it's going to do. So any that you created with SEO here, with AI here, it's going to put in there initially. But we want to change that because that is the actual description of the product. This is changing how we're actually going to display on search engine listings to Google. So this is obviously important for the client, the customer when they're looking at the product and reading that. That's necessary, but this is a different part. So don't get confused. You still want to put in the one we've created here, and you don't want to do a super long one anyway. So we've got that. That's good there with SEO. And then all we're going to do is, again, I'd add in supplement at the end there or whatever if there's a keyword that you think would fit on the end here, you can add an extra one there, but I'm going to leave it for the sake of ease there. And then all you do is hit save. So you're going to see it up here, what it looks like, and then down below. Now, ideally, it's okay if it goes into this ... but you can also, you could get it down to where it doesn't look like that, where it all fitted onto there in one. So you could do it like, you get rid of muscle recovery, and you could do it like this, sleep and stress, and just have it small enough, sleep, because you could even have like this, sleep, stress, and more. Okay, so now it's fit that. Ideally you want to fit it inside there, because that's how it look on Google. If it's too long, it'll be cut off and it'll just be the ... For the actual search engine that are working, it's not the end of the world, but obviously you don't want to have one that's super. It has a limit to how many characters you can use anyway, but yeah, you want to have it down to fitting within here. So if you just go through and then hit save, and that will be your product now, the SEO done for that. So then obviously you'd go back to product, you click this again, and then you'd go through every single one, you'd click on it, you'd scroll down to the very bottom, and then you'd edit it here and change it. And all you need to do is you just say, okay, now I'm doing whatever the product is, okay, or now for whatever the product is. So you just go now for another one, the probiotic, and then you'd go through and you'd hit that, enter, and go through, and you get that, and then you just copy and paste whatever it gave you in there. Okay, and so the final thing we want to go to now, after we've done products, is once you've gone through and you've done them, each of them on your own, we're just going to do our actual pages. So there's not, the only ones were left we had, so we've got pages here, and hit pages. The only ones we really need to do, so we've just got a contact, about, and FAQ. So these are going to be really easy. The most important out of these two is going to be, out of these three would be like your FAQ, but you want to do all three of them. Okay, so, but I'm just going to show you one of them, and then you can just figure out what you're going to do for the final one. So it's going to do the FAQ. So if we click on there, and you're going to see a FAQ part down here, search engine listing. So I'm just going to say now for the FAQ page. Okay, so you just get now for the FAQ page, add that on there. Yeah, so FAQs, optimal supplements, your questions answered. Cool, so we just go with that one and just copy and paste that into the store meta, so the page title there. Yeah, cool. So we've got that, and then we've got here FAQ meta description. We've got questions, we've got answers. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. So you go there, and then just copy and paste that into the meta description, and then hit save. Awesome. So then you've got the FAQ page done, and then you would just go through and you would do yeah, cool. I'd probably put this, I'm just looking at that now, I'll probably do that like that. FAQs, your questions answered, and then optimal supplements. Maybe I'm being a bit particular there. It just feels better to always have that at the end there like that. Up to you. But always have your brand name at the end with the line there like that, and then have something here before it. Okay, so we're just going to hit save there, and then that will be our page done. And then again, I'm not going to go through every single one, but you would go through and you'd do your pages. So you understand that now. So you would just go pages, and you go to contact, you'd open that, you'd scroll down to the bottom, and you'd hit edit, and then you say to it, now for the contact page. Okay, so and then you come back with this, contact optimal supplements, we're here to help. That's a cool one, and then you'd put that in there, and then we'd go here, and then change this to here. We put that in there. So for this one, I'm okay with optimal supplements not being at the end because it's contact, your brand name, and we're here to help. So that works there for that one. I'd probably for this, I'd actually just change it to a line. Actually, no, we'll have that. A dash, sorry. And then so you got have questions about the order, supplement support, reach out, and optimal supplements team. We're here to help you feel your best. Yeah, cool. So then I just leave that at that and hit save. And then I'm not going to go through and do the about, but you know, you get the gist now. You just go back to here, then you click your about page, you'd scroll down to the bottom, and then you'd go through and say now for the about page, and you're done. Okay, so that is now the SEO done. Now again, I could have gone much deeper into the SEO than what I've done today, but I wanted to make this still beginner friendly, but still enough that you're doing things that a lot of people overlook, and you'd spend a lot of money getting someone else to do this for you, and now you know how to do what you would classify as like the back end or on page SEO for yourself. So your real foundational stuff, instead of hiring someone like me or hiring someone to do it for you, you've done it yourself, which is awesome. And then you've got a skill, you understand SEO now. You're starting to understand the basics of it. So yeah, awesome job, pat on the back for doing that. And we are pretty much officially done with this tutorial. Alright, that's it for this video. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and either check out the full tutorial or the series linked below, plus my free Shopify launch pack that's linked in the description as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.